your body can easily absorb. Call now or go online for a valuable coupon. Help keep your heart healthy. Try Mega Red today.
In the body language segment tonight, it's been a busy week for Tonya Reiman with the octuplet mom, John McCain on Rush Limbaugh, and Alex Rodriguez all in the mix. And here is Miss Tonya. All right, I don't want to bore everybody, but I do want to run a little bit of the Alex Rodriguez interview so people know what you're talking about. Okay, roll the tape.
I did take a banned substance, and you know, for that, I'm very sorry and deeply regretful. And although it was a culture back then, and Major League Baseball overall was very, I just feel that, you know, I'm just sorry.
You think he's sorry?
I think he's sorry, but the question is he sorry he did it, or is he sorry he got caught?
But you can't ascertain that, can you?
Well, no, you can't, but this is what I saw. When I see someone shrug one shoulder up in the air, that's like a question mark. That tells me they don't believe their own statement. So I'm really sorry. I don't believe that. Well,
I would ask them, and unfortunately, Peter Gammons, who's a very good journalist, did not ask him, what are you sorry about?
Yeah, right. Well, that would have been the question.
You know, what'd you do wrong? What do you think you did? Now, let's flip it over to the other interview with Couric. Can Tonya Reiman tell when somebody's lying?
Here's an interesting thing that I wanted to talk about in the other clip. As he answers the question, what does he do? Dead-on eye contact.
Right.
He doesn't move his eyes. If you watch the first interview with ESPN, every time he's asked a question, he breaks eye contact and he looks down. See, sometimes too much eye contact is indicative of lying as well, because what people are trying to do is prove that they're not lying. So they stare at you. So he's asked a question in the ESPN interview. He's already admitted using steroids. He breaks eye contact and then reestablishes it. He's asked if he's ever done steroids years ago, and he goes, no. I've never done steroids.
But you couldn't tell watching that years ago. If you were watching 60 Minutes years ago, you couldn't tell he was lying. Right?
If you had seen other interviews with him and you had seen that he does break eye contact prior to responding, you would have known that. In addition to that, he goes, no. And we've talked about that before. No. Why are you shaking your head up and down when the answer is clearly no? So there were several key points that indicated deception.
Okay. Let's go on to an interview done by Diane Sawyer with Senator McCain. Now, this one concerns Rush Limbaugh not wanting Barack Obama to succeed, but Sawyer's body language is interesting. Well, roll the tape.
So he says he hopes the Obama presidency fails. What do you say to Rush Limbaugh?
I hope that all of us as Americans can succeed in getting a package that will get this economy going.
One more try here, but do you hope the president succeeds?
I hope we all succeed working together. That's what the American people want us to do.
Are you offended by what he said?
Oh, listen, I think the important thing for us to do right now is to sit down and work together. Mr. Limbaugh is entitled to his opinion.
Okay, what did you see from McCain?
Okay, McCain was great because he's enjoying avoiding the question. You see, that's a real genuine smile. Right, and that's exactly what he's doing.
You're not going to get me to say anything bad about Rush Limbaugh.
The big smile, he's like, avoidance, absolutely, very good. And then when we looked at Sawyer, she was just positively aggressive and just trying to get her answer.
Now, how can you tell she's aggressive? Her shoulder is down.
Yeah,
she's looking down.
She's leaning in. See how she's leaning in? And whenever you see someone leaning in like that, that's their way of saying, okay, come on, let's get down to nitty-gritty. I want some answers.
So she wanted him to badmouth Limbaugh.
She wanted him to tell the truth from her perspective, yeah.
Okay. All right. The octuplet mom. Now, this is harder because she's not really in her right mind. You know? Yes. I mean, this is why I wanted you on today, because here's a woman who's really not in the real world. She's not. She's delusional. Roll the tape.
Why didn't you stop?
He deserved siblings. See, that's again me projecting my own wants and wishes onto my child. And I continue to do so throughout all of them. At the time, I was so focused, so fixated on wanting so many that I just kept going.
You know, she presents herself okay.
Yeah.
You know, can you see anything there that goes, whoa, we got to get the psychiatrist in?
What I saw was somebody who's actually congruent. And whether...
Whoa. Actually what?
Congruent. What does she do? She consistently looks the same way. She makes eye contact. She does not have excessive blink rate, and she's on television. So whether she has all her faculties or not, I can't answer. But I can tell you that what she's saying is genuine. It's coming from her heart.
So she believes that this is a noble thing to have 14 children through in vitro.
Yeah. Well, what she was saying, though, was really that it was a selfish motive. If you listen, what she was saying is, I did this because I felt that my child needed
But she doesn't think she did anything wrong.
No, she doesn't.
Okay, so that's what I'm trying to say to you, that she is sitting there on the Today Show with millions of people watching with no shame.
No, none whatsoever.
She has no questions that she can't bring these babies up. No questions that 3 of the children already have disabilities and the other probably will because they were born so grossly underweight. She has none of those concerns.
No.
The concern is about her.
Yes, it was. Absolutely. I did see that. She talked about it out loud.
So when you evaluate somebody who's not living in the real world, who's not feeling anybody else's pain, but only her wants,
yes.
What do you say?
You say, you know what, that's her world. She's going to stay in it. You can't help her from that point. You can't determine whether or not she's...
Would you say to a psychiatrist, you got to help this lady? She needs to have it?
I would say to her, perhaps you need to talk to someone.
All right. Tonya Reiman, everybody. Thanks, Tonya. As always, we appreciate it. We come right back. President Obama